My ultimate goal is obviously to win. It won't be easy.
Get the crown. That's my dream, obviously.
Noiz finally gets it done around the outside.
He just took me out. Sake.
With Ferrari, we got close that year. Sadly, not close enough.
Noiz is in the barrier.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
We have the package to become the best every single year.
He crosses the line to be a 5-time world champion.
Thank you guys. I wouldn't have done it without you. Thank you so much.
Does join us, then he'll be able to join back home. Hopefully for the race, but he has missed out on Q3 by a long margin here. Full throttle, pedal flat to the floor. 121.860. Lap Lars, however, is on a fast lap going through the third sector. It's a 122.201 and it's P4 for the Mercedes. Final run. Even Noiz Shazad has started his final run. Let's go to BP Reggi. Currently going through the first sector. Doesn't look like he's improved, but he has 26.696. It's not by a huge amount, but he has improved and he's gone purple in the first to beat Ecos Hennessy for the time being. Currently purple in the first and purple in the second. BP Reggi is maximizing every single corner, every single little nudge on the throttle, on the brakes, on the steering, and continuing to make it into the final corner. Will BP Reggi see the checkered flag in P1? DRS active. Will he set it? Yes, he does. It's a 121.266, 2/10 quicker than the Alpine. What a time, but Noiz Shazad has denied him the opportunity. It's a 121.211, 500ths quicker. Can Ecos Hennessy improve on that? No, it looks like he's just starting his new time now. No, he's gone over the checkered flag. That's only P3. He has applied. OJB going slow. JT George won't be able to improve. He's gone over the checkered flag. Lars in the Mercedes has now come into the pit lane. He won't be able to improve. Mick Lussey can't improve. And that is everyone over the checkered flag. Noiz Shazad in the return to Season 6 and continuing with the Red Bull Racing team. He's stuck it on pole position. The lights go out and it's pedal to the metal for the Qatar Grand Prix for the second time running. OJB has already cut the lights. He's gone right past the rest of the field, but he's got a drive-through penalty. We'll go to the Red Bulls because BP Reggi's once again got past Noiz Shazad or has made a mistake in the McLaren. He's fallen down to P18 as well as Womax. He's down to P12, now making it back up to P13. Now down to P13 is not Gravity makes a move. Haas has done a great job. Marco down to P17. Or now P18 like we said before. OJB though does have a drive-through and this is not going to go well for them. Noiz Shazad once again has lost out to BP Reggi like we said before, but now we are back racing. Now we seem to be under cleaner circumstances. Have a look at this. It seems Noiz Shazad going wide at one of the final corners, and now this gives a perfect opportunity for a slipstream and a run through for the Aston Martin. Will JT George be on a podium positioned area of time? It seems maybe no, he's backing out of it. the Alpine of Ecos Hennessy, now P14. He's also had a bad start, lost many positions from his current P7 start. Have a look at this, however. The Alpine down the inside of the AlphaTauri. Will the AlphaTauri think about maybe coming back at him? This current stage, that's going to be a big help. Have a look at this, though. YZ Shazad down the inside, making the move on BP Reggi. But look how close BP Reggi is on the throttle already. Outside line. He's going to be looking for another switchback. He's got the perfect run through. Here we go. They're going to stay wheel to wheel going into the next corner. Here we go. Outside line. YZ Shazad on the inside. He's had to back out of it. And BP Reggi back into P1. All three of them now have a penalty in an equal substance. Here comes the Alpine behind. You can see that McLaren made a mistake with the rear. When will he make the move? It seems like he'll have to settle into P9 for the time being until he gets a better opportunity. All of them will get DRS in an equal pattern. You can see that LZ Albo's probably got less downforce. The McLaren is going to lose out on 2 positions. Here we go, wheel to wheel into the next corner. The Williams makes the move into P8. P9 goes the Alpine of Dirk. A bit of bumping with the McLaren of F1 Lewis R. F1 Lewis R is going to stay on the outside here. Now continue on to the inside line. McLaren on the inside line. Ferrari now P10 looking for a move. Inside line, got the apex. Good cornering from the Ferrari. P9 for the time being. McLaren P10, but still bumping with the tires. And the Ferrari and McLaren have made contact. Yellow flag deployed in the second sector. Safety car. Safety car has been deployed, and oh my god, the AlphaTauri of Mick Lussey isn't going to come into the pit lane happy because he's already on new soft compounds. There's no point in him boxing. Oh, and have a look at this. YZ Shazad's made the shock move to come into the pit lane. Right, it's time to go. We're going to come around the final corner. They still seem to be at a pretty stable pace. When is he going to pull the trigger? And he's gone. Full throttle, pedal to the metal. He's pulled the trigger. It's not a good getaway though. BP Reggi caught it. He's seen the reaction time. He's gonna go wheel to wheel. Green flag running as we get racing once again. Look at the Mercedes. Lars down the inside. It's a perfect getaway. The Mercedes of Lars leads the Grand Prix. JT George has the inside line. There's no use. The Mercedes of Lars out of thin air leads this Grand Prix. JT George tries to fight it back inside line, nothing he can do. BP Reggi will also think about something he might be able to do, but he's down to P3. Is hungry, he's feisty, and he is fast, ladies and gentlemen. P5 becomes P4. Slipstream and ERS, a mixture of them both. He's got a perfect gap there. He's had to back out of it, and JT George retakes it with BP Reggi also taking the opportunity to get by. Lars down to P3, now P4. Look at YZ Shazad. What an attack that this Red Bull driver has had. Wow, oh wow, what are we seeing? Brand new, ready to go. He is feisty, he is fiery, he is fast, like we said just before, and there's a big collision. Multiple drivers involved. That's a McLaren, that's the Aston Martin, that's Alfie Hudson involved. He ready to do. He tried playing DRS chicken. Nothing's gonna work. DRS active, rear wing open. Now the aerodynamics can take control. YZ Shazad into the first corner has made the move. What a move by YZ Shazad, and what great mind games. Bit of ERS on that Ferrari. He's going to get really close, dangerously close actually. That Red Bull has no ERS left in the tank anyway. Here we go, move inside line. It's the last lap of the race, and OJB makes the move. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Behind, this is going to be close. The Ferrari loses the rear. This gives an opportunity to the Red Bull. He's clearly nervous.
He's pushing behind. I am pushing. Okay.
Now, oh, he thought about the inside. No opportunity. The Ferrari needs to push. If any opportunity was to push, it's to push now. The Scuderia Ferrari, even with DRS, it's not going to be good enough. I think it's going to be coming down to the final straight, but I think it's the Scuderia Ferrari. It's OJB. Reggi gets P2, and YZ Shazad in the Red Bull P3. It is Italy, it is Monza, it is the Scuderia Ferrari. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. The lights go out, and it's pedal to the metal for the Chinese Grand Prix for round 2, and it's a good getaway by the Red Bull. OJB still equal with him. He's going to have the inside line, no contact made. It's a clean run through by the Ferrari, and OJB takes P1 off the line, but YZ Shazad's not going to have any of it. Down the inside, a bit of contact made, but overall it's kept it clean. He's hit the side of the Ferrari, but it looks like Red Bull's going to take back the lead here. It's not done though. OJB's going to have the inside line. Down the inside goes the Ferrari. He loses his rear though. He gets a rear lockup, and that sees YZ Shazad run it back through into P1, and the Red Bull has done fantastically there. P6 BP Reggie has had a horrid start. The Red Bull's really struggled with the rear of his tires. We've seen he struggled in qualifying. It looked like he was going to struggle in the race, and he definitely has. Alfa Romeo have had an absolute shambles. The Mercedes has made a mistake, and look at him. He'll join his teammate in P20 as he goes around the elevated. And the Red Bull still in a bit of contention with what seems to be a higher downforced run Ferrari, and OJB really wants to try and make the most of it. BP Reggie, have a look at this with the fighting between the two Ferraris here. BP Reggie trying to make the most of it, a bit of contact with the tires, but it's going to be a clean run through here, and BP Reggie will take back P3. It's not done yet. Ferrari could make a move, but he's kept it clean via an Alfa Romeo and an Alpine contact and damage out on track. And we'll have a look at this. Have a look how close it is between the Red Bull and Ferrari. If we wanted a battle, it's between Red Bull versus Ferrari. This is the fight of the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. OJB has been so much more faster in the race compared to Red Bull on one lap pace. Maybe them focusing too much on qualifying compared to higher fuel levels. Track, they lose time. And have a look at this. OJB's gone really wide. That allows his teammate to go wheel to wheel with him. Thomas makes the move. Both Ferraris struggling through it. BP Reggie's through. He's into P2, and Red Bull go P1 and P2.
I've always won in the businesses I've run. I plan on winning here.
Oh, safety car. Safety car's been deployed here in China. It's on soft compound, so he'll be boxing in the next maybe 5-6 laps. BP Reggie can extend that a bit more and potentially go for an overcut, but we're not thinking about strategy for the time being because it's back on safety car restart, and he's gone extremely wide there, YZ Shazad. He's going to have the inside line. BP Reggie's going to have a really good opportunity. Once again, the inside line, potential cut back here, and it's a fantastic move to see him into P1. BP Reggie into P1, and YZ Shazad down to P2. Outside line goes YZ Shazad. Is he able to maybe get a switchback? No, he won't! He's made contact with Thomas, and YZ Shazad still able to keep going. OJB looks for it, inside line, it's not done yet. YZ Shazad's had an absolute shambles, but look at this, look who's had the shambles now. It's the Scuderia Ferrari. He's done good. OJB still P5, outside line, he's gonna have to back out of it, and Elmas has been defending like an absolute king against the championship leader. And Ferrari, oh, have a look at this, YZ Shazad going extremely wide. He loses multiple positions. That sees him down the P6. Turbo here, Turbo Man's gonna maybe try and make the move on Thomas. Thomas thinks about maybe trying to squeeze him a little. Nearly contact being made, but nothing done for the time being. DRS active. Outside line. Is it going to be a double move? It's going to be close. Contact being made. Slight bump on the wheels. But look at YZ Shazad on those fresh tires. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 positions in only a couple of corners. YZ Shazad spins. The Red Bull spins. YZ Shazad spins it. BP Reggie gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. What has happened? Red Bull are all over the place. YZ Shazad's retired. It's a safety car. Safety car deployed. Going around the final corner, and eventually we'll get the green flag to get going, and it's not a fantastic start by BP Reggie or OJB. Silo Dark in the Alpine gets a 3-second time penalty. Red Bull with the unluckiness in Season 6 so far. OJB now continuing through the circuit. Really, SDR Noiz starting to put his foot down and really starting to try and create a gap against OJB. This BP Reggie is not going to be waiting any longer, and here we go, DRS active, and then put back down. Sorry, no DRS because of safety car. car, but using Slipstream. But look around this track, because this could become very close, ladies and gentlemen. Who will win this race? BP Reggie loses the rear. He doesn't lose the car entirely.
I plan on winning here.
For the first time here in Season 6, we'll see the checkered flag. In first place, STR Noiz wins the Chinese Grand Prix.
Yeah, obviously I would love to start in front of them and then use the pace, but yeah, we had not the best start today, and we had to pass on track. So yeah, it felt a little bit more exciting and more adrenaline for sure. So people enjoyed. We did enjoy as well. So let's go in together.
Currently, P1 is a 127.197. A bit of shake, a bit of nervousness, and it is over for BP Reggie. He knows he's absolutely flying at the moment. Around the final corner, no mistakes, no issues at all. What can BP Reggie set on the board? It's a 127 flat. The Ferrari currently going through the first sector does well. Decent cornering, decent rotation. Barriers, he knows he needs to push like hell, like he would actually be able to. It looks like he's made a mistake, goes a little wide there into the braking zone, and oh, it's rear locking, and it's over. BP Reggie on pole by just over a tenth, so it's still going to be very close margins here going into the race. We wait for Wayne to go back and forth and line up on the grid, which he now has done. Three, 4, 5 red lights. There's the lights. The lights go out. And it's pedal to the metal for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. It's a good getaway from BP Reggie ahead of OJB and Somalian Father. The Alpine drops down to P3 where he was originally, and originally was attacking OJB in the Ferrari. Dark Geo and English Dave down to P20 and P19. What X1111 does well to get up into P16. Now fighting away with Window in P15. Here we go now. BP Reggie does a really good getaway. Obviously the Red Bull will be favored here at Saudi Arabia, so no surprises for a good getaway from BP Reggie. There's a big telemetry issue here with Lars. We'll continue through the midfield and have a look at this. Oh, contact made between the Alpine and Alfa Romeo. The Alpine goes wide, comes back onto the track where he really shouldn't have, hits right back into the side of the Alfa Romeo, and now because of front wing damage that George has now suffered, F1 Lawsar will go into P9, STR Noiz will go P10, Orr's gone P14, George and Mick Lussey have made contact. There's debris and it's a VSC now deployed in the session. Oh, a safety car. And have a look at this. OJB into the pit lane. BP Reggie stays out. Alpine in. Lars in. Somalian Father's in. Majority of the grid is coming into the pit lane, but BP Reggie has decided that he'll rather take the lead of the race. Safety car has come into the pit lane, and so now we wait for green flag running. Now, a very sudden movement. He's pulled the trigger, and BP Reggie is off across the timing line. And here we go. Alfie Hudson's already made the move on the Mercedes, but he's going to have the inside line. Lars, now having the inside line, will be able to get past the Red Bull of Alfie Hudson. Now Slipstream against them both. Have a look at this though. Mercedes is getting dangerously close to BP Reggie. A decent exit against BP Reggie, and it's going to be game over. Seems to be better throttle input against Red Bull of BP Reggie, and here we go, inside line for the Mercedes. Contact made. It looks like he's turned off ERS while BP Reggie's turned on ERS. Lars 2/10 off the Red Bull. This is interesting how close he's been able to follow BP Reggie compared to OJB, who just seemed to be rather 7/10 behind or right past BP Reggie. But have a look at this. Oh, Noiz obviously now got DRS. He's going to be able to get nice up and close and personal, just like Somalian Father did in the Alpine, backing out of it. Really statistically here, BP Reggie's going to have the best opportunity, going for the lead, but a better exit from the Aston Martin plus DRS. Look at this. Oh my days. It is Aston Martin and Red Bull will to will for the first corner. Outside line for SDR Noiz. He's not backing out of it. BP Reggie's going to look for a switchback, but he gets hit. He gets hit from behind. Lars makes contact with the Red Bull. It's SDR Noiz into P1. Somalian Father into P2 as Lars falls down to P3. And it is SDR Noiz who now grabs the lead of this race on 6-lap old hard compounds. Ladies and gentlemen, what has happened there? Out of thin air, Red Bull now loses it, and now SDR Noiz will take the lead of the Grand Prix. Silo Dark with a 3-second time penalty, and the Aston Martin will take it by the horns and take the lead of the race. Somalian Father now 1.2 seconds off the lead, and Lars P3 5/10 off the Alpine. That means Mercedes will be able to get DRS, but no luck for the Alpine with DRS at this current time. You can see Lars now got DRS on the Alpine of Somalian Father. When will Lars make the move stick? Slipstream plus DRS plus ERS. Here we go into the inside line. Down the inside goes the Mercedes driver against the Alpine. That was something. SDR Noiz now leads the Grand Prix with Lars behind now coming into the pit lane. Have a look at this outside line, and he's going to be still with him, plus DRS will now be active, and you can see that Clap by Pete will also have an opportunity to go against Somalian Father. No DRS on the Alpine, but it looks like Somalian Father's coming back on him because he's using up all his ERS, but Clap by Pete on the outside line. It's going to be too wide going into the first corner. Clap by Pete makes 3 moves in 1 corner, and that is P2 for the Haas. What the hell have I just witnessed? Plus a big rear mistake there from the Haas. DRS plus slipstream plus ERS is almost just gonna breeze past him here. No issues at all. And DJ Death Dragon's also gonna have an opportunity. He might be looking for 2 moves at once. Inside line. Looks like it's gonna be the outside switch back to the inside. Can he get a switch back into the 3rd corner? Nothing can be done for the time being. Haas has made the move now to, oh my god, it's gonna be 4 people battling at once. And this is BP Racing, ladies and gentlemen. It is gonna be a 4-driver battle to the checkered flag. You have 2 laps including this one, and it is the Mercedes of Lars up into P2. He brakes late, but he's the king of late braking, it seems. George can't even make a switchback. Lars is up into P2. He won in China. He's gonna see the checkered flag in Saudi. He's gonna make it back to back. And it is Aston Martin on top here in Saudi Arabia. He wins the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Mate, we all have no grip. You all need to leave a little bit of space. But expect it next time the same, you know?
Either they're gonna be going soft hard or soft medium.
Race, but I'll say it's going to be a 2-stop. Also, because of it being a MotoGP layout, there's more turns, it's twistier, it's harder on the tires, degradation will be higher, so that's going to be interesting. But now, drivers going left and right, warming up their tires for the final time as they finally line up on the grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights! The lights go out, and it's pedal to the metal for the Portuguese Grand Prix, and what a getaway from Shaza. He's already up into P1 as he gets past. Oh, wow, and have a look at this. Ferrari Nicola is now looking for the move, but no, he's had to back out of it as massive collision has been made, and that's a Red Bull down to P4.
Hennessy.
And look at this.
Hennessy into P1.
Of Hennessy up into P1. The soft compound runner has seen him take the lead of the race. BP Reggie down to P2 and Shaza P3. Looks like BP Reggie's going to send it down the inside.
Contact!
Oh, bit of more contact. This is Portugal. BP Reggie sends it down the inside. Hennessy's going to look for the inside line as he's now going to have a faster run to the next corner. Brakes, then make sure not to lock up. And now Red Bull's going to get a switchback. Is it close enough? No, I think Alpine, by the end of this lap, will lead this Grand Prix. Plus, BP Reggie loses his rear a little bit, giving a better opportunity for Shazza and P3. What is this race?
What a start!
Reggie gets a good run. Use a little bit of the ERS, and
look
with
at
the
Shazza
side by side, and he takes the lead. He takes the lead of the race. As there's JP spun round.
OJP in the Ferrari. He's had a spin, and now he's got going again. He's in the right direction. He's also lost the rear a little bit more, but now he's down to P17.
And Shazza overtakes Hennessy, and overtakes. They go side by side, Reggie and Shazza. Shazza doesn't really want to overtake him. Hennessy side by side. Yeah, and there's even more action with Gertz.
The Ferrari! Look at Shazza, he's losing position after position. Now it's the Ferrari on the P4, Mercedes P3. I'm sorry for interrupting. This could be an easy run through for the Alpine. He's going, and now he's going to be side by side, inside line. Move is made, and that's P1 for the Alpine. BP Reggie cannot come back at him going into turn 3, and that is P1 for the Alpine for the time being. Turbo Man up in the P4 as he makes the move, but have a look at this. Nicholas is not done fighting him as he now fights back up in the P4. DRS active for the Ferrari, but also for the Red Bull as Shazza inside line. He's going to send it on both of them. Bit of contact, and just like reminiscent of what we saw in the sprint race, now Turbo Man's up into P4. P5 is Nicholas, P6 is Lars. Shazza down to P7, but have a look at this outside line for him, back up into P2, P6 for the Red Bull. Joe Strick's up into P7, DJ the Dragon P8, and Nicholas is down to P9.
And there's still contact. Noiz and Gonzalo. Noiz and Gonzalo's contacts on the exit of turn 11. So he's coming out to the end. There's massive.
Alfie Hudson's out.
The car, and Hennessy's in.
Goncalo went right into the side of the Williams of Alfie Hudson, which then spread debris all across the track and also destroyed his suspension, which is why safety car has now been deployed. But
and the soft runners,
so far.
Soft runners are going for the hearts. Soft runners are going for the hearts.
Degradation is very high at Portugal, and safety car is in this lap. Eventually, though, when the Red Bull decides to go,
he's gonna go now. No.
Trigger, and there you go. ERS now active, and it's green flag running here for Portugal.
What a restart!
Cool guy up into P2. The McLaren has had a hell of a start.
Well, now down to P3, but still.
Shazza's P4. He's going to make the move on Cool Guy. P5 is now Cool
Guy.
What's the contact? He's been sandwiched. Alpine and Haas have sandwiched Cool Guys. He's now back into P6.
Up top is trying to go for the lead.
Yeah, having
into turn 1.
Turbo Man up into P1.
But Reggie tries to go on the switchback now into turn 3, side by side. And a little bit of contact, but Bell gets the move done. I mean, Reggie and Bell still fight for P3. Now they don't, but now Bell has HP in the inside, and there's more contact and spun.
Turbo Man.
And that's well, not respawn. There's 4 white. There's 4 white into turn 9, and Yosa has come out the better of that up to P5. And there's 3 wide into turn 10, and he's not gonna end well!
Mercedes lost it into the barrier, the McLaren's joined them! That's Mercedes and McLaren in the barrier,
that's
and it's
VSC.
a VSC!
And with Reggie as well having the DRS.
Look at this Reggie. Now with Slipstream, he's going to get DRS open. That's the rear wing fully open. He's going, and it's now side by side. It's going to be moved done. Adrian Newey with that great aerodynamic system. And now into the first corner. That's BP Reggie up into the podium positions. And speaking of blue flags, and AlphaTauri's gone into a barrier. It's Mick Lussey. Yeah. He's lost the front wing.
Yeah, and in the meantime, Noiz has overtaken. Whoa!
Oh, more contact! And this is a safety car. Safety car's been deployed, ladies and gentlemen. This changes everything. Lap 26 of 33. Hennessy has an opportunity to come into the pit lane now. Remember when I said he had an opportunity? Of course, Reggie as well, down to P4.
And with no front wing, Noiz with the same thing.
When will Ecos Hennessy make the move? I saw him take a win last season. Will he be able to do it here in Season 6? A part of Alpine. He's got a penalty ahead of him. Marco right now virtually leads this Grand Prix, but for now...
He's going,
trigger is pulled, and the Alpine with ERS have made the move, so now it is green flag running for the final time here in Portugal. It's a good getaway from Ecos Hennessy, a bad getaway from Haas as SCR Noiz looks to be making the move. He can't make it stick right yet. Mercedes nearly touches the rear of Aston Martin, meaning that Mercedes have now been overtaken by Nicholas. Red Bull's up in a P6, BP Reggi gets a good getaway, making a move on a couple of people. Dirk down to P7, Lars up into P6, and Nicholas up into P4. Good start. Looks like SCR Noiz inside line for him. Haas is trying to get a switchback. It's too late though. SCR Noiz will be on the attack, trying to take P1 away from him. Speaking of Nicholas, he's going to make the move on BP Reggi. Inside line, makes the move on the Red Bull, but Red Bull with the outside line, meaning he's able to get an easy switchback, and that is BP Reggi back up in the P4. Nicholas has no attack back on him. Plus ERS, it looks like he's going to make a move, but he had to really save up everything. Now DRS is active on the 31st lap of this race, and now BP Reggi up into P3. I don't think it's going to be close enough for a win for Red Bull this time round once again.
Bell trying to maybe attack him somewhere. Lassie with another 3-second time penalty, but Bell is really trying to maybe to get him somewhere now that he's gonna have the DRS on the start-finish straight, and he's closer, and he makes a move down. Dragon knows that he has a penalty, so he doesn't really try and fight that.
SDR Noiz is 2.5 seconds down, meaning Ecos Hennessy just needs to push that one last time. He has no ERS left, but neither does SCR Noiz. So this is going to be really close between the top two on who will win this race. For a great day here in Portugal for Aston Martin, because SCR Noiz will win the Portuguese Grand Prix.
Siamo un po' dietro,
Yes, we're good.
Stefano Domenicali, former head of Ferrari, is coming in to run Formula One.
I have the duty to maximize the value of Formula One. And on that, there's no discussion. The title fight it's very important for the credibility of Formula One. That is the center of our sport. How quickly you can go from the stars to the gutters, that's part of the game.
If you're going to ask what this season's title fight might look like, I think most people would reluctantly say business as usual.
Go to the Red Bull. On his final run, he's down on his time in the second sector and needs to find some pace in these last couple of corners. Reggi needs to put everything on the line. Great rotation through that last corner. As he goes through, he's lost the rear though, and he's gonna lose a couple hundredths there, so it's up to him through here. What can he do? It's only P3 for the Red Bull. And now we go to SDR Noiz in the Aston Martin. Through the first sector, he's gone pole, and he's setting this track alight. Some blitz convincing pace here from the Aston Martin, continuing through the track as he rounds off quite the long rounding corner there. This is what Aston Martin need to do if they want to see themselves in P1. He's going to start rounding off some of the final corners. What can Aston Martin do? DRS fully open, that rear wing flowing through. What can Aston Martin do? It's provisional pole for the time being. And they all need to rely on Shaz there at Red Bull if they want to be on pole, because Reggi's gone P3, so this is their savior here currently in the second sector. He's gone purple in the first, so right now it is a solid track and a solid lap ahead of him. Right now, Shaz looks to be taking pole, but we're not 100% sure. Rounding off some of the final corners, has smashed it so far. We saw good pace from Noiz. Can we see excellent pace from Shaz? Rounding off here, across the line, it's pole position for Shaz.
In Formula One, there are no miracles. You know that tiny mistake can cost a lot. Who's going to handle the pressure and who's not?
You do doubt yourself. But I just need to put the helmet on and get into the zone.
5 red lights. The lights go out, and it's pedal to the metal for the French Grand Prix here for BP Racing D1 Division. It's a good start by YZ Shazad, but look at BP Reggi. Have a look at that. What a getaway. It's already ahead of SDR Noiz. Like you said, Matt hasn't even started. He's 3 seconds down on PFR Cool Guy as he finally gets going. Aston Martin down to P3 as it becomes a Red Bull 1-2. ASR Matt's been disqualified for parking. Being on will also be a massive factor and a big help for BP Reggi, who will most likely be able to stay inside that 1 second gap, while SDR Noiz is now outside of that 1 second gap. We'll be hoping to get back in it for DRS.
Yes, he did get it, but Red is still trying to. He is closing in, but just not enough.
A move! Mercedes in a wall! Mercedes is in a wall! And Jose, like you said, has now lost and spun. Oh my!
Now tries to send it on Noiz.
Oh, he's gonna do it! He's gonna send it. And he's boxing. SCR Noiz boxes. It looks like Shaz is boxing as well. But Reggi stays out this race. Will Reggi still be a contender? Right now, it doesn't matter because his teammate is in the inside line. He's going to send it. Doesn't even have to worry about a potential challenge back at it. SCR Noiz is going to look for a better exit. He's going to get a better exit. Much better move. You could see that Shaz is almost trying to slow him down, just like we saw before. But now SCR Noiz is will to will with him, squeezing as much as he can legally, does Shazza. But SCR Noiz is back up into P1, the Aston Martin. Great job for him. No big surprise. He's picked up a penalty.
Safety car.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Yeah. Cool guy. Oh, wow.
This really throws Reggi's strategy out, because he was supposed to just run away. But now with the safety car and he has 3 seconds, he can be in real trouble, and then either Noiz or Shazza can win this race.
This sport is cutthroat. Obviously, we're all here to win.
You need to think what to expect from your enemy.
but we know the pace of Noiz, and we know when he is given a good opportunity, he will take it. He is a 2-time winner in this season. He could become a 3-time in this race. If he can take this penalty by the horns, he can take this safety car restart by the horns and win. What will any driver do? Around the final corner, we wait for the trigger to be pulled, keeping an eye on the steering wheel, and it's gone. He's pulled the trigger, and green flag running for 2 laps of action here at the French Grand Prix. It's a good getaway by BP Reggi. It's a good getaway from SDR Noiz, better than Shazza. And Lars is looking for an opportunity on with Shazza. That's going to increase the gap against SDR Noiz. So now it's looking like an Aston Martin battle between Noiz and Reggi. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the final amount of racing we'll see. No more safety car for the rest of this race. So this is it. Liam falls down as DJ Death Dragon makes a move, but it still seems to be fighting as Liam's back up the P7. Moving back up to the front, you can see Noiz has gone purple in the first sector. He's looking for a good opportunity. He's got plenty of ERS, good slipstream. He's going to have the outside line. He's going to think about making a move on BP Reggi. He hasn't done it just yet. He's going to have to wait. He's going to look for a switchback, maybe on the exit of the chicane on Hero once again. And have a look at the exit. This is a really good exit from the Aston Martin, and a really good opportunity for SDR Noiz to make the move stick. He can't do it yet. He'll have to wait just a little bit more, but you can see he's waiting. He's gonna go inside line at the crash corner. He's done it. Aston Martin will to will as they continue forward. Can he make the move stick? As you said, he's not done it just yet, but can he make it stick? SDR Noiz, and yes he has. It's P1 now confirmed for SDR Noiz, but it's not done. BP Reggi could fight it, but there's no point with a 3-second penalty. We're going to move to the final lap of this race as they come around the final corner, and now Aston Martin seem to be on top for the time being. We can see Lars is still P4 with a 3-second time penalty, and it looks like he'll stay there for the time being.
I mean, this fight between the Red Bulls and Noiz is incredible, but as well in the midfield has been somewhat happening. Liam falling down to P10 from P7. Nicholas getting more penalties and a few drivers getting more penalties, but Noiz absolutely rapid on the straights and on the corners. Shazza overtaking Reggi. I mean,
I think you have to leave a space. All the time you have to leave a space.
Oh my god!
Shazza's half spun! Shazza half spun! And currently he has spun it again almost.
But you know who did keep it clean? You know who's gonna finish in P1? You know a man who has no penalties, who has nothing against his name. It's a man who's gonna pick up his 3rd win of the season. It's a man who's gonna take Aston Martin to victory. SDR Noiz wins the French Grand Prix.
I never thought that Noiz and Aston Martin had a chance to actually fight for the championship, but I think France was a declaration of Noiz to be the chosen in ending Reggi's dominance.
He crossed the line to be a 5-time world champion.
Challenge of actually wanting more, trying to stay on top, trying to actually make the gap even bigger. That's probably my motivation now.
The lights go out, and it's pedal to the metal for the Hungarian Grand Prix. It's a good getaway by Marco, and it's an equal getaway from Reggi. He's got a slipstream on the Ferrari. He'll be looking for a move into turn 1. Outside line for the Red Bull, looking for a switchback potentially. Can he get it done? It looks like he got the switchback, but not close enough to get it done. So it is Ferrari who stays in P1. Bo has made a spin, and he's down in P20. Obviously, all drivers are still close to each other, so that is already detrimental to the performance of Aston Martin here today.
Uses the ERS as well as Reggi, but he's gonna go down inside into turn 1. He's already had. Reggi can only stay behind and only look at the Mercedes rear wing.
And that's brought Noiz closer, only 0.5 of a second now off BP Reggi. And now he's down to P3, being nearly challenged by the Aston Martin of SDR Noiz. Looks like he's gaining time and losing in certain areas of the track. And it is safety car now out. You can hear a slow increase as he comes through the final corner, and he's pulled the trigger, and it's the Mercedes away as he crosses the line. We go green flag running once again here for the Hungarian Grand Prix, but look at the Red Bull. He's all over the back of the Mercedes, and just like the start of the race, he's chosen the outside line. Will he make it stick this time around? We saw a switchback opportunity on lap 1. Here on lap 11, 10 laps later, he doesn't look like he's got the opportunity. He's not going to send it, so once again, he does not get the opportunity he needs to get into P1. Joseph Feliz continues to lead the Grand Prix. SCR Noiz once again sticking like a magnet to the Red Bull. Better exit using the outside, inside line, down the inside goes the Ferrari.
And that is a
safety car on the middle of the track, of course. And look at a great exit from the Red Bull of BP Reggi. He's going to see himself up into P3. What a fantastic move there. Like I said, smooth like butter is the Red Bull when you put him on new tires.
Around the outside, now into turn 2.
Contact.
He's got better tires, and now he's going to be on the inside into turn 3. Little bit contact there. Is he going to try and overtake him into turn 1? No, he's not.
Yes,
he does. That is a dive bomb, and a little bit of contact, but Noiz gets a good exit. Still side, but not anymore. Side by side, a little bit of contact there. Noiz really trying to overtake Curtis somewhere.
Honestly, with Marco, it's not surprising. I expected him to get away from the start. Have a look at that. Noiz getting a bad getaway. And look at the contact between Williams and Joseph Feliz. They've made contact, and they're going to lose multiple positions here. The Williams stuck at inside line. That was way too late, and the cost has been made. Rain. I'm seeing it. Yeah, rain. It is raining here at the Hungarian Grand Prix, and a prediction that we both made earlier has come to light, and it is commentator's curse in full effect. Rain falls at the Hungarian Grand Prix with 5 laps left, and BP Reggi with 7.7 seconds would not want to like this. Aston needs to box. He's staying out. And so is Turbo Man.
Everyone is pitting.
Yep.
Literally everyone is pitting. The decision made by Aston Martin drivers hasn't paid off.
And look at Reggi.
And within these 3 laps, yeah, he's catching up rapidly to them. But now the Aston Martins are gonna have to do a double stack, which is gonna be painful for Noiz, because he's gonna lose a massive amount of time because of this.
Look at Hennessy. No, not enough speed. It's not enough momentum. More speed from Hennessy, and now into the first corner because of a higher top speed. It is Williams on the podium. It is the final lap of this Grand Prix. It is going to be most likely Williams on the podium, but it is going to be a tight podium. Have a look at Aston. Go to P3 and P2. Contact nearly being made between the 2 drivers, and SCR Noiz. And it is an Aston Martin mess in the final 5 laps of this Grand Prix. They have fallen to pieces. It is Turboman who's going to keep it together in P2, but SCR Noiz is down to P5. Opens the gate to Joseph Feliz, who I'm sure will be really looking to attack the Williams, but with 1.9 seconds, he's not going to be close enough to get it done. And I think through the second sector, now finishing up no English chicane, it is time to go to the Red Bull. He has done everything to perfection. The strategy, the driving, the overtaking, smooth like butter performance. And when I was talking to Aston Martin, they said they were going to try and pick up the win today. I need to look out for a good performance. But you know what they did? They performed to a mid-tier level with Turboman needing to carry. But it is Reggi on his return to the grid who wins the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Always, I believe it's possible. That's why I keep racing. Obviously, you know the challenge is big. You know that you need to obviously overcome some difficulties and some top teams that are now on top of the sport. But yeah, I race every day and I train every day, thinking that the third title is possible.
SCR Noiz wins the Chinese Grand Prix. Will prove everyone wrong. He wins his 4th Grand Prix.
You know, I never doubt of having the same car. Maybe I could challenge him one day. So that's how all my career went so far.
The lights go out, and it's pedal to the metal for the Spa Grand Prix. It's a good getaway by Reggi. Not so good a getaway from Joseph Feliz. Wisely Shazad has the inside line. He's looking for the move. Does he get it done? Yes, he does, and he's already up into P2. Joseph Feliz down to P3, and Turboman doesn't get the best getaway, but he secures P4. SCR Noiz down to P20. The Aston Martin has had an absolute shambles.
Noiz has left the session because of some troubles.
Around the outside going into Lecombs. Can the Mercedes finally make it stick this time round? He's still going to have the Red Bull on his ass, but now he's going to squeeze him just that little bit, push him to try and get a much better exit, and now he's going to have the outside, a bit more contact, nearly spinning them, but it looks like Shaz is going to be able to hold him off, especially at the hairpin where you want the inside.
This helps Noiz a lot because he's now back in the game, like actually back in the game, and as well he'll be back in the pack.
We can fight. We can fight.
And he's pulled the trigger, and he's gone the timing lines. Green flag running once again here at Spa. After a long time awaiting, we go once again. Joseph Feliz nearly makes contact, but can't get it done.
If he really wants to stay
around the outside.
Around the outside of bus stop chicane. He is gonna be there. He's still trying to push himself in there. And on the exit, he's gonna have the worst exit. But now here he is gonna have a little bit of a better run. But Shazza dives down inside. He goes wide. Shazza goes wide, and that's a beautiful switchback made by Jose.
Wow. And Turboman sends it down the inside of Lacombe, and he's up into P3. The Aston Martin sends it from a long way back. It's a late lunge, but he's done it successfully. Up into P3, and Wisey Shazad is really struggling on his tyre. He's even looking for an opportunity to maybe go into P2. He can't get it done though. OJB's up into P6, and have a look at the midfield. 4 wide on the exit of the bus stop chicane. And now Wisey Shazad on the outside of Turboman, looking for an opportunity into Lacombe, can't get it done. Joseph Feliz also looked for an opportunity, also couldn't get it done. Wisey Shazad on the outside also can't get it done. Opportunity after opportunity being wasted by Red Bull and Aston Martin. But look at this, SCR Noiz is already up into P10, and he's gonna take the inside line, looking for P9 in one single straight, in one single corner, going through Lacombes. Aston Martin is on the attack, looking for some type of comeback like we've never seen, and we doubted him. We said it wouldn't be possible, and nearly contact being made on the Alpine, but he's gonna get it done going into No Name corner. SCR Noiz is up into P8.
Ty has retired and crashed out, and that is a full court safety car, which beautifully goes good for Noiz, because now he's gonna get the time back to the pack in front.
BP Reggi pulls the tyre, ERS active, and it's green flag running once again for the Spa Grand Prix. It's a good getaway from BP Reggi. Joseph Feliz gets a pretty equal getaway, looks for a good opportunity into the first corner at La Source, can't get it done. Shaz stays P3 with Marco staying P4, Lars stays P5, majority of it staying the same. OJB 3-second time penalty. He's now looking for a good opportunity on Mick Lussey. Can he get it done? Looks like he can. Better exit plus slipstream sees him going into Lacombe ahead, and same with SCR Noiz, who's also going to get ahead with purple in the first sector. He's looking for fastest lap of the race. SCR Noiz now P9, and Mick Lussey is all over the show, really struggling with grip at the moment. Now continuing back up the field, and Red Bull's down. That Shazza P4. He loses multiple positions. Marco's up into P3 going into No Name corner, and can he stay there? Yes, he can. Look at the cluster of cars from P6 to P4. Red Bull looking for another opportunity. It looks like Turboman up in the P2. Joseph Feliz down to P3. Shaz back up to P4. SCR Noiz is up into P5. And what a comeback from the Aston Martin. SCR Noiz is looking for the dream comeback of a lifetime. That old roaring to look for more positions. Shaz has gone wide. SCR Noiz gets the door open for him. On newer tyres compared to him, he's up into P4. This is an Aston Martin takeover. They want redemption from what the FIA did, and they're getting redemption. They're getting their revenge. They're getting everything they want. And look at the terrible exit BP Reggi got. This is finally the opportunity. Oh, unfortunately for OJB, he's now been spun by the Ferrari. Turboman had the opportunity. He's gonna send it down the inside, and Turboman is up into P1. He's done it into La Source. He gets the job done. Turboman now leads the Grand Prix. BP Reggi down to P2. Joseph Phillips is starting to lose more time, and this gives a better opportunity to SDR Noiz, who's been on the rear of multiple drivers on newer tires, looking for the opportunity. Slipstream, and now on the inside line at the Camel Straight, going into the Lacombe. It's done already, and SDR Noiz is P3.
Shaza helping Reggi. Now it's Bell helping Noiz for the lead. This is absolutely incredible how it turned around, and Noiz can make absolute an amazing comeback from being lost. Shaza goes wide, which Joseph Files through Blanchimont, so that's even better for Noiz, as Noiz tries to go around the outside of Reggi into post-up chicane, and it's an Aston Martin 1-2 on a track where they didn't think they would be even on a podium maybe. From Reggi, AlphaTauri tries to overtake Reggi into Lacombe, and they go side by side. Two similar teams, main team and the sister team. And Alpo ahead of the main team, main driver Reggi.
BP Reggi has yet to box, and it's costing him dearly. Same for Shaz, and same for any driver who started up there. Marco's had a spin, and Ferrari's down to P12. SDR Noiz going, and gone. It's sold for P1 for SDR Noiz. Job done, going into Lacombe, and from starting P19 after a mistake on lap 1, he sees himself 18 positions higher in P1. Ladies and gentlemen, what a turnaround from Aston Martin. Shaz is staying out. He's going to move up into P1.
JP as
but
well.
this is
Lorenz
really
as
not
well.
smart from Red Bull or Ferrari. Oh, look at this. Shaz is stopped on track. He's on the grass, and he's fallen down to P4 now. His ghost has taken over. He's back to driving again. OJB will take back over. Now, like we said, have a look at this. The top 4 are all on Inters, and SDR Noiz is P5, so now it's pretty much guaranteed that it's going to be back to Aston Martin leading. This is unless Shaz is looking for some type of crazy defense.
Reggi spun by Bell.
Reggi
spun by Bell. Reggi was trying to get too much. He was trying to overtake Bell into P1. A kind of a rookie mistake. I mean, yes, he's on the Inters. You're gonna lose so much time, but how he went into that corner, he was nowhere near gonna try and overtake him in there. So that's a very stupid move by Reggi.
Yep. I can confidently say the Red Bull curse has come back to bite them on the ass when they got too comfortable.
P12, which he was like in the top 5, and Shaza, who was originally helping Reggi, now he's down in P13. Trying to kill himself, I guess. Trying to cause a interesting safety car. This is a disgrace now. This is a disgrace.
Embarrassing. Really embarrassing. A joke. What a joke. What a joke. She changed the race. Very clear. Please, race direct. Look at the race, please. Please, it's very clear. I'm losing the race here. The race situation. Change it now. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
So he needs a good exit, but it looks like SDR Noiz is going to get all the wishes he wants. Great exit across the timing line. It is green flag running on the penultimate lap of this race. We go once again under green flag conditions. Dirk P3, Illyrian P2, SDR Noiz P1, but it is not done yet. Things can still unfold. No more safety car can be deployed though. Martin SM might be looking for a slipstream on Joseph Files. We'll have to keep an eye out on that, but it looks like Joseph Files has got an exit much better than Dirk, and remember, he was on a podium position. He's looking to try and grab one back going into Lacombe. It looks like he's gonna get it done. No contact will be made, and now on lap 21 of 22, Mercedes sees themselves back up onto P3. What a race from SDR Noiz. He started P19, after one corner going through La Source, he messed it up and went down to P19. Through safety cars, through strategy, he's gone up to P1. Aston Martin will put a big middle finger straight to the FIA because of all the screw jobs that has happened to him and to Red Bull. SDR Noiz will prove everyone wrong. He wins his 4th Grand Prix and wins the Spa-Francorchamps Grand Prix.
Tell me we have it. Yeah, we have it. Tell me we have it. Yes, we have it. Good job.
This is a sport, this is motor racing. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Congratulate Red Bull, Sebastian, but next year we try again.
I think a racing driver and a samurai are very linked. I never fear anything. Discipline, self-confidence, no fear. We fight for only one goal, which is win.
SDR Noiz wins! He wins! SDR Noiz wins!
For me, sport is about rivalry. It's great to have rivalry. And there has to be a respect.
In Formula 1, sometimes you need to have a bit of luck as well, you know, to be in the right team for a long time, to be able to achieve these kind of things. And yeah, I'm of course fortunate to be in that position, and yeah, some others maybe not, or maybe later in their career, you know. That's why I find these numbers, you know, it's whatever. I mean, I'm already very happy with what I have achieved in Formula 1. It's more than I could have dreamt of anyway when I was a little kid. So.
You know, we're going to have to fight hard for every point. We need both drivers at the top of their game, scoring the maximum amount of points that they possibly can. And if they can't cope with it, you know, then why are you here?
At some stage, everybody needs to be his own man. You can not live in the shadow of anybody else.
He's had a couple of tough races. It's a real concern to see that.
You have to deliver weekend after weekend. Everyone is looking at you, what you're doing right or wrong. So the pressure is really high.
One thing we know from the history of Red Bull racing, it is that emotion does not come into the decision-making process.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about them, but I just think about delivering on track, off track, and I just hope Red Bull appreciates it.
It's very simple. If you're not performing, you're out. I know that, you know, there are a lot of other talents out there who deserve a shot as well.
There's probably half the grid that would like to be in the team. Whether it be Daniel Ricciardo, Lando Norris could be on the market, even Yuki.
Battles, rivalries, and controversies. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Japanese Grand Prix. Welcome to where the art of war was created and where samurais go to battle. It is round 13, season 6 here at Suzuka, and what a race we have here at Japan, here at Suzuka International Racing Circuit. So it's a track distance of 5.807 kilometers with 27 laps of action, a top speed of 356 kilometers per hour, an elevation of 40.4 meters with 18 turns, 10 to the right and 8 to the left.
Going into turn 1, you have Reggi versus Shaz, a rivalry that has lasted since the very beginning of BP, but on this occasion it was Reggi who ended up on top against Shaz. Continuing on, going into turn 13, you have Shaz in the middle of two Mercedes, a bit of a Mercedes sandwich there. However, it was Shaz who made the mistake going on throttle too early, and you could see him go into the barrier. Bo versus Lars at turn 16 is the Ferrari versus the Mercedes. Bo making contact with the Mercedes side pod, sending him wide and picking up a track limits penalty. With that all wrapped up, let's move on to the Pirelli compounds. You have your wet compounds available to you, the Inters and wets for this rainy conditions, but you also have the C3, C2 and C1s, the hardest in the Pirelli range, so it's all up to what the strategists decide to do going into this race. Now going on to the starting grid, on pole position is BP Reggi in the Red Bull. YZ Shazad alongside his teammate in a Red Bull 1-2. SDR Noiz P3 in the Aston Martin, he's going to be the back foot, being championship leader, and Marco SKF1 in the Ferrari P4. BP Lars in P5 as teammate, P6 Joseph Filez alongside. P7 is Martin SM in the McLaren with Tig in P8. Continuing on, you have the two Hasses of Curtis Jones in P9 and Clap by P in P10. Continuing further down, you have DJ Death Dragon in P11 and Mr. Lussy in the Alpha Tauri P12. P13 is the Ferrari of BP Mickey, well and truly off his teammates pace, and Crash Plax in the Williams P14. Silo Dark P15 in the Alpine and Albo P16 in the Alpha Tauri. Ariglas P17 in the Aston Martin and Dirk alongside in P18 in the Alpine. P19 on the final grid is Graham Rocks, and P20 in last is Alfie Hudson.
Radio check. Loud and clear. And radio check, Charles?
Yeah, radio check, okay.
Strategy is going to play a crucial role in the outcome of this race.
Ha il potenziale per diventare campione. Per riuscirci non basterà solo le sue capacità, servirà una vettura che sia all'altezza per tutta la stagione e anche una squadra.
It's pole once again for him, but can he finally pick up a win? Well, that is definitely needed against this championship.
Racing is pressure. I'm the one that cannot put a foot wrong.
It's lights out, and away we go. But it looks like SDR Noiz is looking for the already making the overtake. It's not done yet, but now it is up to P2. SDR Noiz has well and truly done what he needed to do, and he's already signed to compete against Reggi. Have to wait and see how it goes. Yellow flags already deployed.
Well, what happened? Let me know you're okay.
Going into a Grand Prix, you talk about all options. You talk about one stops, two stops, different scenarios, safety cars. For that 2-hour period, you've got to give everything and just be absolutely on it.
Already well alongside, like you said, it is Aston versus Red Bull. It is Noiz versus Reggi, and we're seeing it early. Has to back out of it, squeezed out, shuts the door on the Aston Martin. But Reggi knows how Noiz performs. He knows he will not give up until he is ahead, until he has nothing left in the tank. And this could be a battle that lasts 24 more laps. It could last 25. We don't know. It could last in half of the race, really. There could be an aftermarket fight. We have no idea. But where it isn't settling down is SDR Noiz on the outside at 130R. We've seen it between Alonso and Schumacher. Are we seeing it between Noiz and Reggi? More momentum out of the corner. The Aston Martin can't seem to make the move. Not yet, at least. One apex, next apex. He's getting much better lineup. And now look at the corner exit. I'm sure he's going to be using ERS. I'm sure he'll be waiting for DRS to be active. YZ Shazad 131.8. But have a look at Noiz once again on the outside line. He's looking for the opportunity. Can he get it done? Once once again he might get squeezed out of position. He's got a Red Bull all over the back of him. He's got a Red Bull on the front of him. He's lost position once again around the outside. Can Noiz get it done? Noiz finally gets it done around the outside, going into the entrance of the S's, and STR Noiz is up to P1. So we go to Reggi. DRS active, aero at its all-time high, using the outside line. Does he get it done? Still sneaking on the inside. Noiz nearly loses it, but he stays in P2. This is how hard these battles are happening. This is for the championship, ladies and gentlemen. Every point counts, and they will take no survivors. This is how close it is between these two drivers. Have a look at the slipstream that Shaz is getting. Is he gonna send it? Yes, he is! It is Shaz down the inside of STR Noiz, and Noiz, once again using the outside line to his advantage, is now gonna sneak back up to P2. But because of this, Reggi is now 6/10 ahead of Noiz, and Shaz is playing the ultimate team game. It's a virtual safety car. Have a look at this, 3 wide on the main straight.
On the exit.
Oh, have DRS. Oh god, this is not going to end well. Oh god.
Contact, a lot of contact. The Noiz getting a 3-second time penalty.
Here at Japan, here at Suzuka, going into 130R, he's going to get a perfect run through 8th gear, full flat to the floor, outside line. He's looking for a switchback, and he's going to potentially get the switchback. Looks like he's taken the inside line. He's going to get the switchback of dreams, and it is STR Noiz up to P2 plus DRS. What a run through from the Aston Martin.
On the inside, and that's Shazza dropping 2 positions down because of his mistake into the chicane, going way too wide in there.
Box, Checo, box, copy.
Hurry is based
side by side into the deck, Nurse. Oh god. And Lars into the gravel. Contact.
Give me! Oh my god! Noiz! Noiz is P3! Noiz! Ladies and gentlemen, I would just like to say that Illyrian or Albo in the AlphaTauri has caused a terrorist attack. He's down to P7. Noiz is up to P3.
Yeah, of course I am. Different winners in 130. Side by side now into the chicane. They're gonna go. Well, Lars isn't gonna try and give that position back that easily. But now at the cost of just getting eaten by both the Red Bulls probably, although he's trying to defend more from Reggi.
Here we go, Reggi on the inside, down the inside, goes the Red Bull, pushes Lars wide, that allows Shaz to get by. Lars is now P6, that could be a penalty towards Reggi, however, we'll have to wait and see how that continues to unfold. Martin SM makes the Mercedes spin. 5-lap-old medium compounds against 6-lap-old hard compounds. It is Noiz versus Reggi, the championship contenders at the moment. It looks like Noiz is on the disadvantage, but getting DRS from Joseph Files with Marco 5.3 seconds out ahead, and obviously down the inside goes the Aston Martin on STR Noiz up to P2, and now there is a blockage between Reggi and Noiz because there is a Mercedes, a very big wide Mercedes who will do everything in his power to try and block out Reggi. Yeah, Shaz is now overtaken his teammate, and I wonder, is Shaz just disobeying team orders? He wants his own win. He wants his own opportunity. He knows he has more grip. He knows he has more pace. He knows he's on those fresh baked soft compounds, and he's looking for the opportunities. He's got DRS, no ERS on Joseph Files left standing. Looks like Joseph Villas is going to try and make the move on SCR Noiz. Down the inside goes the Mercedes. SCR Noiz stays around the outside, gets squeezed out of position. He's going to stay there though. Looks like slight contact. Looks like Red Bull's going to try and get some action. Looks like SCR Noiz has spread even further wide. Still contact being wide. And Shaz is sent it wide into Noiz. Noiz is in the barrier. Shaz is P4, but he's hit Noiz. That could be a race ban all over again. That's going to be a disqualification. I know it as an FIA member. Shaz has already been disqualified from the session. Joseph Phil is up to P2. Marco P1, but that is going to be a Reggie win now.
For fuck's sake.
Noiz has been screwed over because of Shaz, and
This is what I talked about.
we thought finally for the first time we were going to have a clean race where maybe Shaz or another driver wasn't going to do something too crazy or just something unexpected, and Reggie in P3 will easily overtake P2 once he finally gets the opportunity. Let's be honest, he's going to win this race. 3 laps remaining. To be fair, we need to have a look at that gap real quick. The penalties is 3 seconds from Marco to Reggie now. 2 laps to try and get that gap from 5.9 down to 3 seconds. If not, Marco wins this race.
We're going, I guess, a bit through like a rough patch, but we never gave up and we kept on pushing to try and be back on top. And yeah, we are, of course, on top at the moment, but now we want to, of course, stay there because we know how it feels when you're not on top.
Marco has a puncture as well.
Marco
on the final lap.
Okay.
He has a puncture on the final lap. Yeah, there's a puncture. Front left. Strategy clearly didn't work. Noiz getting that 1 more point. Reggie comes to the final.
Yeah, listen,
he didn't do anything
he
wrong.
wins. He wins.
And he's gonna cross the line and wins the Japanese Grand Prix here in BP Division 1. Very controversially. I'm not, like,
listen,
we're not hiding it anymore.
Yes! What a fucking race, mates. That was nice.
Under bright lights on the strip and city streets of Vegas, we roll the dice one final time to crown a champion. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Welcome to Viva Las Vegas. We go one final time for racing and for one final time to crown a champion. It's Noiz versus Reggie. It's Red Bull versus Aston, and there can only be a single winner to decide this Grand Prix. So with the 6.201 kilometer circuit around Sin City, we head straight into the season finale of Season 6 with 2 DRS zones opposite to each other and 17 corners, 10 to the left and 7 to the right. What a way to end a championship, and what a way for me to retire from BP. Let's do it. Five red lights for the finale. It's lights out and away we go, and it's a good getaway from the Red Bull of BP Reggie. Shaz is already lining up behind him. Olaf already up to P3. Fantastic start from the McLaren. The Ferrari of Marco's already lost position. He's down to P4 and Lars is up to P5. The Red Bull of YC Shazad still behind Reggie, and I'm sure not trying to interrupt him as the championship contender is currently swaying in the way of himself at the moment in P1 and currently has the championship lead in the bag. The Aston Martin of SDR Noiz nearly going wheel to wheel with the McLaren of Mini Waffled, looking for the opportunity, but nothing is coming towards him. And BP Reggie gets a 1:45.33 as one lap is now completed, and still a very much advantage towards BP Reggie. Has currently the championship well and truly with two hands, but this race has 25 laps of action, ladies and gentlemen, and SDR Noiz, I'm sure, will be very hungry to try and make up some positions.
But they're looking to be spinning
Ferrari!
That's Marco Spawn battling for Noiz, because he doesn't have the DRS on the top 3, so he's gonna be just praying so that he's gonna be in the top 3, so that if even Reggie wins, Noiz can win the championship. Shaz already trying to break away the DRS from Reggie so that Lars isn't gonna have one, so that Reggie is gonna have a very easy cruise.
SDR Noiz looking to try and win a championship, and if he can get past Lars, Shaz has actually done the wrong thing here and has allowed himself to allow SDR Noiz an opportunity at winning this championship, and Lars now gonna cruise by.
Almost could have been a bad one. Shaz trying to take Noiz into turn 1, a little bit close between them, and side by side into turn 1. They're gonna Shaz is gonna play the mouse game, but Noiz on the inside. Noiz overtakes Shazza into turn 4. Little close there from Shazza, a little close.
Shaz will get DRS, but so will Noiz with 0.5 of a gap to Lars in P2. Lars 3.1 seconds off Reggie, but like we've already said, especially when I explained the permutations, Noiz does not need to win this race to become champion. And right now, Shaz is trying to stop that as the Red Bull goes wheel to wheel, using the inside line. He's actually going to make it 2. He's going to get past Lars, but has to back out of it. He's actually needed to back out so much that SDR Noiz is back up to P3. Shaz down to P4, and now SDR Noiz will be looking to trying to get up to P2. ERS flashing away on the rear of that Mercedes. Can the Aston Martin get the job done going on to the final corner? But going into the first corner, SDR Noiz has made 2 positions, kind of, not really, and Noiz is up to P2.
I saw Noiz doing that little right left. He's trying to indicate to Lars that please team play with me, because I mean, who doesn't want a different champion in here in PP Division 1? Noiz has overtaken Lars, of course, into the chicane. And
ultimate team game.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty much.
Oh, Lars making quite a swifty move from the pit line to the pit lane. Needs to be careful of where that pit line is and roughly the rest of this straight. He's gonna send it.
He didn't want to send too much, but 1 second gap.
Wow.
All of a sudden, to like less than a 1/10 of a gap. That Red Bull engine. Noiz intercepts as well our race leader Reggie. Reggie's at that point where he's just in front, crashes into turn 1
safety
and
car.
causes a safety car.
This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Your championship comes down to this right now. In this very second, Red Bull will win the Constructors, but right now, SDR Noiz is World Drivers' Championship. He is the man that will lead us away from the safety car, currently in second gear, going left and right, trying to get some heat into the tyres, and he's away. Bit of rear kick out, but he's done well to get away from Shaz, but Shaz has also predicted it pretty well, already up to 8th gear for both drivers, and a decent slipstream for the Red Bull. It is now the team game on Shaz's side. Right now, Noiz will be champion, but for how much longer? Because Reggie's already got so much more grip compared to Joseph Illes, and Joseph Illes is now P5 as Reggie is up to P4. Shaz and Lars fighting away here. Shaz having no opening to make a move. Reggie's already up to P3. Mini Waffle P4, and SDR Noiz is still P7. He might be able to make a move in the next couple of laps, however, if he can get the maneuver done. But right now, this is looking very much advantage. BP Reggie, and if Noiz retired, that's it. Even if he reported, it won't matter.
That's one of the McLarens. Spawn. That's
wow. Mini Waffle having a spin.
And Noiz is now up into P5.
Yep. And BP Reggie going wheel to wheel.
In the lead. He's on to win the championship, but there is Shazza. There is Shaza in front. There's Lars in front.
Yes.
Shaza is gonna do the game.
Shaz is down to P4, and SDR Noiz will be looking for that opportunity against the Red Bull. Can the Aston Martin get the slipstream necessary to make the move? Or he's got a very good run through. He's got decent momentum. He's using ERS. He's gonna have no DRS, however, but Purple in the final sector. SDR Noiz on the outside line. Can he make the move stick? Ferrari's on the inside there, but it looks like on this case, YZ Shazad will have nothing in the tank using the wide line. SDR Noiz is up to P3 as he's also looking to try and get past Marco, and Marco is also going to get slipstream because he's got the Mercedes there. SDR Noiz has to back out of it because of the Ferrari there, and it looks like SDR Noiz now P4 as the Mercedes of Lars falls down to P5, and safety car has been deployed, ladies and gentlemen. In this current time, SDR Noiz is champion of the world, and safety car has been deployed. This is most likely going to come down.
2021 Abu Dhabi all over again.
This is going to come down to most likely 1, maybe 2 laps of action, ladies and gentlemen. Is off, and he's already back on throttle, full throttle, pedal to the metal for 2 laps of action, ladies and gentlemen, all the way to the checkered flag, all the way for the Constructors and Drivers Championship. BP Reggi going into the first corner. Marco's gone wide. This is going to give SDR Noiz the perfect opportunity, and can SDR Noiz make the move stick around the outside? Yes, he can, and he gets the move done on the Scuderia, and SDR Noiz is up to P2. It only strengthens his chance of picking up the championship, and right now with only an 8/10 gap also gives him a perfect opportunity at potentially getting slipstream, potentially using ERS, and potentially even making a move for the lead. But I highly doubt it because of the pace that Red Bull has. But in this moment, ladies and gentlemen, because of SDR Noiz in P2, he will be Drivers' Championships. So, ladies and gentlemen, in this time, lap 24 of 25,
lap.
Like you said, 1 final lap of action to decide the championship. And in this moment, I mean, we've seen it throughout every season. I've not been here every season, but I have been here more than one, and we've seen it throughout every season. BP Reggi is a 5-time world champion, but in this moment, it's going SDR Noiz's way, and it's been a hell of a season. On lap 25 of 25, to hear my voice for the final time, to hear your voice for maybe one of the final times, because you might be switching to a driver. SDR Noiz is right over the back of Reggi, but it's pretty much already confirmed and in the dust because Shaz is 1.1 seconds off Marco. Ladies and gentlemen, what a season it's been. What a race it's been. All the controversies, everything, all the magic moments. All, like everything, just overall, so much has happened. SDR Noiz has the slipstream, and he's gonna go will to will with BP Reggi in the Red Bull. He isn't gonna be close enough on this time, but can he? Can he get close enough going into the corner to make a move, or is it done? Because, ladies and gentlemen, after what has been 7, 8 wins, SDR Noiz has been an absolute king of them all. And in season 6, it's not BP Reggi, it's SDR Noiz, and he's champion of the world.
Thank you guys, thank you. Merci à tous. Thank you. Fantastic job, fantastic. All season.
And Lucy got off to a very good start there, side with Noiz down the straight into the penultimate corner.
Get out of the fucking way! Come on, this guy's a fucking dickhead!